All right. We are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon or good evening for some people, depending on where you are viewing from. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. This is your man, again, Robert Van, your neighborhood strong man. And today I am interviewing an awesome, amazing young man, Mr. Mykell Bowman. Y'all just give it up one time. Y'all not clapping. I don't know where y'all at, but y'all not clapping. Y'all not helping me today. Awesome and amazing young man. Let me just make sure everything who is way smarter than me, has the potential of a 50-year-old man, but with the body of a goddess. Great young man who loved God, but most of all, he has a pure heart. So I wanted to talk with him today, have him help me to learn more about youth and young adults in the areas of self-awareness, leadership, and purpose. So today, that's what we're going to be talking about. So Mykell, I'm gonna give you the floor. Just tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from? School, where you at? How you enjoying school?
My name is Mykell. I'm 18. I go to TCC, and right now my major is general studies.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate you. What do you plan on doing? Like eventually majoring in the future?
Education,
Education. What you want to teach?
math,
All right, see,
high school math.
that's what's up. All right. Well, we're gonna go and get started. Again, thank you for allowing me to interview you and blessing me with your time. If anybody has any questions that you may have for us, just put it in the Facebook comment below this interview. We'll probably be on here for about no more than 30 minutes, and then we'll get out your way. Okay, so my first question for you is, what's the biggest difference for you between high school and college? Because I know you said you're 18, you're a college student, but what's the biggest difference between high school and college?
Just the work, cause like in grade school, I was like used to like getting like straight A's and B's, but now in college, like the work is more difficult. So like I'm more of like a BC student now, but I'm bringing it up. So it's just the difficulty of the work. And then also, like teachers aren't like on your back as much as they were in high school. So like if you don't turn in work like in college, that's on you. Like they're not gonna beg you for the work.
Yeah. And that's messing me up too, because I would rather have a teacher to be like, hey, where's your stuff at? In college, they don't care. They're gonna put that zero in there. They probably don't read half this stuff. That's what I think. We have to write these papers. But then they give us our grade. But when you say it's hard, is do you think the freedom, you having this freedom in college, were you think you were prepared for that? Like the amount of freedom you do, if you don't, you don't.
Um, Not really, but like I knew it would happen because people told me it would happen, but I still wasn't like prepared for it.
Yeah, it's a big difference. All right. Second question. So how are you managing the adjustment from high school to college, like in the midst of the pandemic? Because you graduated in 2020, but then in 2020, the pandemic hit.
Um, well, my first year in college, it was hard because it was virtual and I don't really, it's hard for me to learn like that. But now we're back in person, so it's more easier
Yeah,
than it was last year.
yeah. I, I'm virtual also, and I feel like I'm literally teaching myself, but I'm not learning that much. To be honest, I'm not really able to grasp all this information by myself. You find that to be the same way for you when you
Yes,
were? Yeah,
yes.
I feel you, man. I'm about to graduate in May 2022, but I feel like, bro, what have I learned these last 4 years? But it's been good so far. So I know a lot of youth during high school and even in college battle with their identity. Was that ever a challenge for you? If so, how did you manage and overcome like the identity crisis?
Um, well, not really for me because like like in grade school, like I was, I guess, a good student. Like I never like tried to like be bad for like someone else. Like I never got a phone call home, never got a spend or nothing like that. So I never really like acted out for nobody. Like I always was focused on my school work. So like I never like got in trouble.
Yeah. So you weren't putting on, you weren't trying to impress nobody.
No, but I know people who were,
Yeah.
and like it just hindered them more.
Yeah. So comparing like you being focusing on your grades, focusing on school compared to those who weren't, like how did it affect them?
Um, well, some of them are still in school now. Like we were supposed to graduate last year,
Yeah.
so that's the main one. And then also they're just like not learning nothing. Like they're just in the building just to be in the building,
Yeah. And
just
I
to
think,
get attendance.
yeah, I think some kids act out because at school, that's the only family they have. Like that's the only
Yeah,
camaraderie they get. So they're only cool inside their school, but outside of school, they may feel like they're nobody. And if it's somebody or a youth or a young adult who feels this way right now, know that whether you're in school or out of school, you are somebody. You are special. You are important. God loves you. You have no reason to feel like you have to compare or compete with anybody. You ever felt like you had to compare yourself to somebody or compete with somebody else to get attention?
yeah.
Yeah, I feel. I look. I feel you because when I was in school back in 2007, I graduated high school in 2007. You better not laugh. I graduated high school in 2007, so I know it was the same back then. So what would you say are some major causes for youth and young adults facing identity crisis? Like why are they or why are we so searching so much? Why what's causing this problem?
Um, Probably not getting attention at home. So like they go to school because that's the only place they get attention is when they're being bad.
Yeah. Did you ever witness any experiences where you know people or somebody was being bad or acting out just because they needed somebody to notice them?
Um, I really don't know like in depth
Yeah,
anyone like why they did it, but I know that there's people that do it. Like
yeah,
they don't just don't do it for no reason.
yeah. And that's bad. Some kids feel like, the only way I can get attention is to act up. And for some people at home, that's the only time they get attention. They may not be getting that love, like you said. They may not be getting that support at home. But the only time their parents or their guardians say anything to them is when they acting up. Billy, go sit your tail down. Oh, you see me? But that's our sad reality of the lives of those youth and young adults today. So what advice would you give some fellow students who may be struggling with their identity? If it was somebody right now who's struggling with their identity, how would you tell them to manage that?
I would tell them to just like stop trying to fit in and just be yourself because like you're just hindering yourself and like you making people see you as something that you're not and like you're just like people like they could have like younger siblings or something that's looking up to them and their younger siblings could think like that's what I'm supposed to do, like I'm supposed to like be bad in school, I'm supposed to be suspended and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. See, you need to be a motivational speaker. All right, that's why we're going on the road. All right, so let's switch gears real quick and talk about because I believe that self-awareness is the key to being a great leader. And people who are the most self-aware are often, in my book I'm writing titled Chosen Generation, I write about how we can't decide who we influence. People decide if we influence them or not. And I do believe that the most self-aware person in the group is most of the time the leader in the group. You would you say that to be true? Like
Yeah.
if I'm the most confident one, people gonna follow me. I'm not gonna follow them,
Yeah.
right? So would you consider yourself a leader?
Um, yes, because like I don't follow people, I guess, but I don't like tell people like what to do. But I just think that like not trying to be big headed, nothing, but I just think that like I have an influence
Yeah,
and like not so much like a leader,
yeah,
I would say.
yeah,
If that makes sense.
yeah. Because I understand. Because when I was in high school, I didn't, and even now as an adult, I don't realize how much my influence affects other people, like you said. And I'm not trying to be a leader, but because of my influence, people follow me. They ask me questions, you know. And so it's the same thing for you, you know, because I know you personally. You're not walking around saying, "Hey, do this, do that," but people follow you because of your influence. Um, and what do you about your influence? Would you say that you have a particular like leadership style, or do you mostly like I'm gonna do what I do, leave. I'm gonna live my life good, and then if you follow me, you follow me, or like how would you describe your style?
Um, I guess I just live life and like if they decide to be influenced, then they be influenced, I guess.
Yeah, because I know for you, you know, because you ain't talk about this in your introduction, so I'm gonna bring it up right now. You know, you graduated early, a year early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're a 18-year-old sophomore. You know what I'm saying? We got almost the same birthday. I'm just gonna throw that out there real quick. You know, however, like I know you had to have people ask you like, how did you do it, or you know, was it hard? You know, how are you managing that pressure of I'm supposed, you know, I graduated a year early. I'm in high school. Everybody else, you know, how are you managing that?
It's a question like how do I manage like
Like how like with you graduating early, how do you feel? Because you're not with the people that you were supposed to graduate with. You graduated
oh oh yeah. Um to be honest, like I just like forgot about them.
early.
I really don't. I mean, like I talk to some people, but like I don't really like hang with them no more. So
Yeah,
like, I mean, I just like moved on to like meeting new people in school now,
yeah,
and yeah, I just like moved past from them.
yeah. So with that being said, and then I got about two more questions and we'll be done. Because you just said something very important. Because we often like when we in school, we think, "Hey man, you're gonna be my homeboy for the rest of my life. Hey bro, I see you 20 years from now." But the reality from your situation, it seems like once you left,
Yeah, I was
you left everything.
yeah. I mean, I like talk to like my best friend from school, but like that's really it.
Yeah. So then you got now. Let's go back to what you spoke about earlier. Is so when you're in school and you trying to be cool and you trying to impress these people who really may or may not care about you. Because as soon as you graduate, you moving on. And then you done got in trouble, you done stayed back. You know what I'm saying? You done got put into in school, just well, I don't know if y'all what y'all call it, in school suspension. You done got, you know, whatever. You got in
ISS.
ISS, yeah. You done got in all this trouble for somebody that you're not going to talk to after the graduation date. So what's the
Yeah.
point? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like you just gave when you said that, I was like, wow. So they're trying to impress all of these kids and get a homeboy, impress their girlfriend, and then, bruh, as soon as you graduate, she going to Norfolk State and finna find somebody else. You know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, so could you give me an example of when you had to be a leader in your class or in school or personally, that you didn't mean to be, you just kind of you just ended up being a leader at the time.
Um, I would say like in high school when like we used to like work in groups, I was like real quiet and like everybody else was quiet too. Like I always got put in the quiet groups. I guess they was trying to see like who would like talk.
Yeah.
And so like I would sit back and like hoping that somebody else would like step up and like be the leader, but nobody would. So I just had to like do it and like help get everybody in like each person's idea so like we can all put it together and turn it in the assignment together.
Yeah. Because nobody else in the group wanted to step up. So you're
Yeah.
like, all right, you know what? Bump it. Look, all right. So what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? All right, that sounds good. Let's bring it all together for the sake of the team. And I do believe that oftentimes leadership is not something that we're always chosen. Like you're the leader that's chosen, or you're going to be the leader of this group, or you're going to be the leader of this fraternity, or you're going to be the leader, or you're going to lead this. A lot of times it just happens, or you decide, you know, nobody else is doing it, so I'm going to do it. Leadership is really, John Maxwell says, leadership is a decision. Leadership is influence, you know, and you're modeling that right now. All right. So many people today are trying to find their purpose. And again, thank you, Mykell. I really do appreciate this. Let me look real quick to see what we're looking like on Facebook. Okay, so again, for those who are viewing right now or may not be viewing or reviewing it later, thank you guys for viewing this. Again, for those who may be coming on right now, this is the Mykell Bowman. He's a sophomore out of Tidewater Community College, a great influence in our community and a great man of God. Right now, we've been talking about leadership. We've been talking about managing influence. We've been talking about being able to, the difference between high school and college and how the demand of college is different, because a lot of people, I want to go to school, I want to go to school, I want to go to college, I want to go, oh my God, party. Have you been to a party yet?
No, and I don't want to.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I can't wait to go to school. I'm gonna get on this fraternity. I'm gonna do all this. I'm gonna do that. Oh my God. But what they don't realize, if you got 12 credits, 15 credits, you got to pass these classes, you know? Because I failed accounting. I made a D in it. I had to take it over again. So technically I failed it. And I'm back in accounting right now. And I hate accounting, you know, but people don't talk about that part. So I want to ask you about purpose, because we talked about identity, we've talked about leadership. Now I want to talk about purpose. Many people today are trying to find their purpose. Would you say that you found yours, or are you still seeking it?
Um, I well, I know like the ultimate, like the overall purpose, like to like lead people to God,
Yeah.
but I'm still trying to figure out like my personal purpose, like what like. I know I want to be a teacher, but like I don't know if there's like something else like I'm supposed to be doing while teaching.
Yeah.
So I'm still like trying to figure out personally what to do.
Yeah, and it will come with time. You know, for me, you know, I started off, well, I'm pretty sure you already know this, but my major changed like 6 times. I've been going to school since 2008. It's 2021. I'm just now getting my first bachelor's in 2022. So, you know, I've changed. I thought, let me try this, let me try this, let me try this, let me try this. But it's possible to find out. And you know, another big thing I want to encourage you is that purpose is progressive. You know, you'll start off teaching, and let's say you start teaching your math class, which you're going to be awesome at, because you're going to be looking just like them, you know. But while you're there, there are going to be kids there who need your influence. There's going to be somebody there who may not have a father, somebody there who may not have a mother, somebody there who may not have a big brother, and you're going to be able to pour into them, encourage them beyond the homework. Like they're going to confide in you and tell you things that they may not have the ability to say at home. Because I know your sister is a teacher, you know what I'm saying? You see how great she's doing. So to be able to be in that arena, man, it's a blessing to even want to go back into the education system. So thank you for that. So as a college student, what inspired you to pick your major and future profession?
Well, I always, ever since I was younger, like I just always wanted to be a teacher. But then like I let people like get in my head and tell me like not to be a teacher because like they don't make a lot of money. And so I went to my backup plan, which was a dentist.
Oh
And
yeah,
then it wasn't like it wasn't up to my senior year when I was like, I don't want to like go to work every day and like not be happy in what I do. So I went back to teaching.
yeah,
Like I didn't like I really don't care about like how much money they make. I just want to be happy about what I do.
man. Listen, you just said a mouthful right there. Because at your age, to think like that, like literally, you had a. I want to be a teacher. Influences, family, friends, they don't make no money. So you say, I'm gonna go with my backup plan to be a dentist. They make money, but you gotta go to school forever. Go look at teeth every day, which is not a bad profession. It's still something great, but it is not what you wanted to do. So you decided, you know what? I'm going to abandon your idea from my life and I'm gonna go for what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
But that's purpose right there. Like you were willing to abandon what what was safe for what you had in your heart. That's it. You do it already. That's what I did. You know my story. I was in the Navy for 11 years. I went from E1 to E6 in 11 years. And then I decided, yeah, this is secure, but it's not what I want to do. I can't see myself doing this for 20. I can do it. Like you, remember, come on, you smart, bro. You can do whatever you want to do. You could have did it and been successful at it, but you wouldn't have been fulfilled.
Yeah.
And look, like to be at eight, I wasn't thinking like this at 18. It took me to 20 to 31 to get like this. Like, and so when I was in school, I went to Miles College. This is crazy. I got a band scholarship and I got a high school, an academic scholarship coming out of high school. And I went to a college in Alabama. I got there, I went for one semester and I decided, I don't want to do this. I left, I left my band scholarship, I left my academic scholarship to go to a technical school to be a carpenter. Just like you. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. Just like you. I realized I don't want to do this. It was fun, but yeah, y'all paying for my education, but my heart is in something else. And I hope this encourages somebody who may be on the fence about their major, who may be on the fence about a career choice. You don't have to listen. If it's not what you want to do, you do not have to do. And right, Mykell, you
Yeah.
can decide to do something else. I did 11 years in the military, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go do something else. I thinking about this. I've been doing this all my life. I got out security to be a motivational speaker and to be an author and to work with youth and young adults. And that's what I'm doing right now. So thank you for affording me the opportunity to exercise my gift. So I hope this encourages you that if I did it and you've done it, you're going to be successful. So now your students are going to, because you're taking the untraditional route. Yeah, I'm gonna go the traditional way, doctor, lawyer, dentist. No, man, I'm gonna go do what I desire to do at my heart. So be encouraged, man. You're doing a great job. Last question.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Last question. So what's next for you? What's next for Big Dog Mykell, Mr. Mybone? What's next in life? Anything big you working on right now? Or you just focusing on school? Oh, let me see if we lost
Hello.
you. Oh, yeah, you back now.
All right. What was the question?
I was saying, so what's next for Mr. Mykell? You just focusing on school right now?
Yeah. Um. Well, yeah, just school, and then next year I'm transferring to NSU. Well, yeah, 2022. I'm transferring to NSU when I get my associates here at CCC, and then I'll just be in school.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, you're doing to be your age. And I tell you this all the time. To be your age, bro, you doing your thing, man. You do you
Thank you.
you got it. You are a lot more mature than I was at your age. You're making some great decisions. Of course, we're not perfect, but you're doing an amazing job, man. Again, thank you
Thank
for
you.
affording me this opportunity. And I'm gonna end it off. Hold on, let me check Facebook one more time just to see if anybody had any questions or anything. I don't see any right now. So if you could end us off, you know, with anything that you would like to encourage those who will be viewing this, students, college students, high school students, they don't have to be nothing long, but if there's anything that you would like to end with them, anything encouraging, an empowering word, the floor is yours.
I would just say be yourself in school and make sure you focus to get the job done. Like, don't be trying to impress other students because you're not gonna know them 5 years from now. So it's just a waste of time not focusing on yourself because it's gonna be harder for you in the future. And that's it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Where can people follow you at? You got a Facebook, Instagram. What you got?
You can follow me on Instagram at underscore dot Mykell dot underscore one. And then you can add me on Facebook at Mykell Bowman. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For those who are
No problem.
this. Thank you guys for viewing this. Thank you for taking the time to be with us. We're about to head out to a football game in a little bit for our little brother and little sister cheering and playing football today. So again, thank you guys for your time. We love y'all. We do have some more interviews coming up soon. We have some with Mona Imes, Tanina Hirschman, coming up playing within the next couple of weeks. So again, thank you guys for viewing this. We love y'all. Mykell, I love you, man. I'll see you in a few minutes.
All right, bye.
All right, bro.